This drill is not just a warm-up drill to work your shoulders and your hips and your core. It's like a realistic drill to when we're coming right here. A lot of times when we're fighting, the guy wants to pass my guard, and he comes into me. I'm doing this position right here. I'm always hand in front of me. I'm not like this, and I'm not like this.
We're both looking for that grip.
Yeah, we're looking for a grip, and it's a quick go. It's snatch and go. Okay, so if I'm in this position, I'm constantly getting ready where I'm going. If I get a grip, that's when I start going. I'm in position, prime position to get this going. Even if he squats down and gets ready to break my grip, it's a quick movement this way. Whether he falls to the mat or I just want to change his direction a little bit. Because ideally, I want to come up for a single. You can start working your cross knee. You can work on your double from there. But it's just an entry to get ready for us to work up. A few months ago, we worked on that foot on the hip, passing from De La Hiva or from the lapel, and we did this. It's the same mechanics, except different position when passing the lapel. That standing up is the same thing. Look how familiar it is. It's the same position from the single legs. It's just now we're redirecting someone. You can hit it from standing up, or you can hit it from sitting down. So that's why we work on those movements. You see, I'm already right here. So when I'm ready to go, it's just that drill like we work on when we're warming up. Okay. All right, so now we can get into our tech. All last week we were working on our pendulum sweep in the gi and in the guard, okay? All right, excuse me, in the gi and the no gi. The no gi version was we're breaking him down and we're hugging his head. I like to grab the gi when I'm in the guard if I'm not passing the lapel. I'm underlooking his leg and I'm opening up my legs out this way, okay? Wherever he puts this bottom hand is completely up to him, but there's always an option to sweep him or submit him from here, okay? From here, it's super important. Just turn all the way around, coach. It's super important when I'm opening up my guard that I get my butt cheeks out from the inside of his knees. I won't be able to hit this sweep if I do everything correctly and I do this. I need to get my hips completely out. Completely out. This way. See, now my hips are free. Now I'm getting ready to start loading him up. Keeping that underhook on the leg and keeping his posture nice and tight. If I let go of his posture, it's going to be super hard and I'm going for a different technique. It's still effective because you have this underhook, but you can start working on different stuff. Okay, but we're not working that right now. We're working just opening him up, coming this way. We're not doing this. We're loading him up, bringing him over my chest, and I'm going on my shoulders. I'm not getting into the stack position completely, but I'm going to load up on my shoulders as well. This way. At the same time, my foot's going to follow. From there, that's when this wide swing happens. This big pendulum swing. That's why we like doing those step overs to warm up our hips, our hammies, our growing area. Okay? So I'm going to come up, one, and then chop down. At the same time, I'm going to load him and kick him with my ham that's on his belly. And then scissor sweep all the way up. Then from here, I'm going to drop my knee to the mat, let go of that leg, and then I'm in the mount position. That was one. The second one was the same exact position. You can hit that first one in the no-gi. We went over the no-gi, we went over the submissions from there, the triangle and the arm bar from there. So now we open up his lapel, if you haven't already opened it up. Okay, the same thing is going to apply. I'm going to break him down because I want to pass his lapel or his skirt underneath his armpit because it's already there and over his shoulder to across the other side. I don't want to go this side. Yeah. Oh, I want to go this side. So I'm passing his lapel to my other hand. And at the same time, I'm pinching my elbow down. So if he does posture up, that's okay. He can posture up, no problem. I'm keeping him at arm's distance. I have such a good grip right here. Everything is still going to stay the same. I can bring him closer, but I want to go under that leg for the underhook, and I'm doing the same thing. Sometimes I like to choke this up a little more to get nice and tight on it. Yeah, it's very tight for him. He's in danger. This foot, when I'm in this position, I like to pinch. I'm pinching my legs. I'm still gonna load him up and bring my butt over my shoulders, not in a complete stack position, okay, but just enough. The same thing's gonna happen. Big swing. Now I have more of leverage, more of a lever to come over. Now I'm in the mount, and I keep this, okay? Because eventually, we're gonna start working on all kinds of stuff from there. Okay, so one more time. Who was here last week with this? The majority of us? One person, okay. So, this is also what we're working on. Pulling it, passing it. Okay, again, partner on top, be careful of your arm. If you post your arm on the mat for the drill's sake, and I hit it hard, I don't want to jam his elbow. Okay, so that's why we never really post our hands on the mat. And if we do, it's for a brief second. I like to keep my hands covered or whatever, okay? So when I'm keeping him close to my body, wherever he puts his hand is perfectly okay. If his hand is in my belly right here, look it's trapped already.
Yeah. It's really
It's not going anywhere. I'm nice and tight to his body. I let go of him, and I get my sweep and my mount points. Any questions on that? It's a pendulum sweep, unhooking the leg. It's super important that we load him up and get our hips out from between his legs. Get him out, find that momentum, and hit the sweep. Once I feel we're comfortable doing that, then we'll start going and recovering or reviewing the submissions from there. And we'll be able to add one or two more. Super simple stuff, it's already there, there's nothing changing, nothing drastic. It's all about just hand placement from there. Any questions? Anybody want to see it again? Looks of confusion or looks of understanding? All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. You guys have the movements, that means you retained what we worked on last week. Okay, so now we're gonna move up to what we did last week as well, but now for the submission part. Wherever this guy puts his hand, whether he keeps it in the inside, or you swing in and you trap the arm, or he pulls it out, we're gonna look for submissions from there. This is what's good about being aware of this position. Because whether he's holding something, or he's defending, you still have position. Okay, good position. So everything's gonna stay the same. I'm coming right here. See, right here, I'm in sweep position because I feel that his elbow's locked. I hit the sweep. Sometimes they keep that right there. Okay, or his elbow is closer. Let's say it's a little bit closer. Yeah, right there. You see his elbow's on the outside of my thigh. That's okay. Sometimes these guys like to clamp tight, and that's all right. He's giving me his arm, he just doesn't know it. Okay, I have this position right here. Everything's gonna stay the same. So now when I come under here, and I'm gonna look for the sweep, I come up, I load him up. Now look at his elbow. Okay, it's wide open right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pinch nice and tight. So now his arm is my arm. I can still come up right here. If I'm flexible enough, I'll throw my arm over and work on the arm bar. But I'm not. So I'm right here, I'm keeping him nice and tight. My elbow's pinching nice and tight. That arm is mine. Okay, I'm still right here. I'm not so open because I feel that I trapped his arm. Let's move a little bit this way.
Could you turn 90?
This way. Yeah. Okay.
Keep turning. Keep turning.
Okay.
Keep turning.
So, right here? Okay. So, we're right here. Okay, I'm trapping his arm. If I'm flexible, I'll swing my arm up, go over his face. But I'm not that flexible. So what I'll do is, I'm right here in this position. I keep this elbow pinched and I rotate over his head. I do not do this because what happens? I do this, he pulls it out, I lose the entire technique. Okay, so I pinch it and I go over, I rotate my hand, but keeping my elbow pinched over his head. I let go of the lapel, obviously, but it's a quick position. I go right here, I'm pinching. Okay, this leg that's on his belly is gonna generate enough force to push him, and at the same time pushing my head, or his head with my hand, this way. Now it makes it easier for me to step over. From here, I pinch my legs together, and I finish the arm bar. Sometimes we finish the arm bar like this, and you can work on the elbow, but sometimes, you know, he's too smart and he'll pull it out and that'll go something different. So again, right here, everything's gonna stay the same. I'm trapping his arm. I come over, Use your legs to push them out of the way unless you're flexible. Okay, pinch down, do not cross your legs. Pinch down, keep the hook, finish right here, or you can finish the sweep for the arm lock. Okay, one more time.
For those of you who are here Saturday, does the head push thing look familiar?
Yep, we're just pushing the head away, making it easier for me to step over his face.
Could you show maintain the shotgun armbar versus?
I'm sorry, say again?
Could you show keeping that shotgun armbar?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can keep that arm. Right here, boom, his arm's on the outside. I come over, my arm is trapping his arm. I can finish right here. Be very careful with your partner's arm because you're so tight in there.
Yeah.
You can finish right here for that shotgun arm bar, or you can just let go, finish the sweep. Okay, so now we're working on the second thing. He's too smart. I've caught him a few times already. Okay, I'm gonna trap this. I'm holding him right here, getting ready, so I grab his tricep. He pulls his arm out. So now, I thought I lost, he thought he won. I just open wide, and I hit the triangle. Transitions, all about transitions. He countered your sweep by posting. You countered that post with an arm bar. He countered your arm bar with pulling his arm out. Now, him pulling his arm out is causing him to get caught in the triangle. And you guys know how to finish the triangle. Squeeze. Be very careful with those arm bars because your opponent is so, or your teammate is so deep in there that just little movements can really damage his arm. So go through it, partner on the bottom, be vocal with what your teammate's doing. Ah, that's not tight enough. Adjust them for you, or help adjust them.
Especially with the shotgun part.
Yes, because it's already in your back pocket. It doesn't take much arch to start doing damage in the elbow. Everyone got it? Everyone want to see it again? Everything's gonna stay the same. You're still sweeping. Okay, and let's say one more thing before we get going. I'm looking for the arm. I can't get it. He tucks it in. Let's say he tucks it in. What happens now? Okay, let's say he pulls his arm out completely in the middle of my sweep. I go back.
You got a triangle.
Yes, I got something the whole way around.
And he has my posture control. He
Yeah.
still has that collar.
Yes, because I was going for the sweep originally. I almost hit the arm bar. He pulled it out. He defended it. Now I have a triangle. Now I can really start working on finishing him up. It's about being aware of your situation. If he pulls it, you're already in a good position. Okay, so pull it, partner on top, pull your arm out, leave it in, give him kind of a look. Let them figure out, okay, is this a sweep or is this an arm bar? Trap that arm, push the head away, step over the head, and then you can start working it from there. Y'all got it? You guys already got the technique, now you're just attacking the arm. And the triangle. Last one, on three. 1, 2, 3. The lapel is super strong, it's a powerful grip. Whether you're passing it over, you're doing your worm guard, della worm, or all other stuff that goes along with the lapel, okay? So everything's gonna stay the same, okay? That's the same, but he knows something's coming, okay? So what I like to do is, sometimes I'll keep it right here, I'll come right here, and I'll pass it this way. Now keep him nice and tight, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right here, nice and tight. Now you go for your cross choke. You grab, I like to grab the same skirt that I'm grabbing, and I pull him towards me, and I open up my elbow for a choke. It's not gonna be done like this, okay? You have to be able to pass it right here, under the elbow or under his neck, because that's gonna block this artery right here. And now you can move around, move them around. Sometimes guys will do this, or sometimes guys will do this. And then smash and choke him. The other one is, and this is just for the next time. Now we're doing like that baseball bat choke, but instead of having the collars, like a normal baseball bat choke, we'll get into this later, I just want to introduce it to you. Instead of that way, we do it with the lapel. Same things like you're holding a bat. Pull him, push him, get away from him. Let him think he's passing your guard. He thinks you're passing the guard. That's okay. Now I push him forward, and then I finish him this way for a baseball bat choke. There's so much powerful things and positions with that just one lapel. Sometimes guys go underneath the neck, work on it from the opposite side, but it's all from under the pit, across the shoulder. You can hit the baseball bat choke, you can hit your sweep armbar triangle, or you can go passing it, working for your modified cross collar choke. All kinds of tools from there. It's everything that we've been working for the last 2 weeks. Now you're just adding little things because now you're starting to think ahead. You gotta be aware of those other positions. Okay, I just wanted to introduce that to you, and then we'll get into that a little bit later.
He's adding more variables too, because when I try to defend that, I'm gonna have to use my hands. He's gonna armbar me.
You're setting him up. It's like, yeah, exactly. You're setting him up for something else. He knows something's coming. Okay, I'll just work the sweep. Oh, no, I pull it out. I work the armbar. I work the triangle. If none of those work, just go back to your normal sweep. Sometimes you can modify it, go for that cross collar choke. You just got to be aware of these positions. They're there already. Now it's like setting them up. You want to set them up, and then now you're checkmating them, so to speak. Okay, now we can get into it. What we're gonna do.